So hey everyone, I'm so pumped up for tonight's Tribe Tuesday call. It's our last Tribe Tuesday for the month of February, and let me just say, February has been an incredible month. This has been a record-breaking month for Diamonds in the Making. We have added almost 40 team members. I know by the end of tonight we'll probably surpass that. We've done incredible in sales, and you guys are just changing so many lives. So I just want to take the time to seriously just congratulate each and every one of you guys, and every single person especially who added a new customer or added a new ambassador in the month of February. Like, that is huge. So I just want you guys to know that February was amazing, and that's just setting us up for what's to come in March and April. So get pumped, you guys. But I just wanted to share first a disclaimer, like, how I look right now is equivalent to like the state of my like mental state right now. Like, you guys know, the 28th of February, it's the last day of the month, and as a network marketer, that is the craziest day of the month. So I've been in my PJs all day working like crazy, but oh my gosh, you guys are crushing your goals, and it's so worth it to see you guys reach those goals. And I mean, Jenna, we saw her, she reached her goals. We have so many team members that are on the edge of silver and on the edge of gold. So I'm so excited to see what comes. So tonight we have an amazing topic that we're going to be sharing, all about self-care, self-love, and the importance of mental health in your Plexus business. So I kind of first want to just talk a little bit about the importance of mental health in your Plexus business. And like I said, Jessica's going to be going into a little bit more detail of each of the things I share about. But really, why it's so important, of course, not only just in your Plexus business, but in overall life, but especially in your Plexus business, is because you want to be able to avoid the network marketing roller coaster that is inevitably going to happen, and to avoid overwhelm and burnout. Because there's that roller coaster in network marketing. You join, and you get your welcome pack, and you're super excited. Abram, he's so cute. Bless you.
Oh my God.
And you make that first post. Like, you're so excited. You make that first post, and then nobody comments and nobody messages you. And then somebody reaches out. Oh, and then somebody tells you that they hate Plexus and it's snake oil. Oh, and then you get your first customer. So there's constantly that roller coaster. And so you know that you have mastered emotional maturity in your Plexus business when you can be just as excited, you can be just as level-headed when you sign up a rock star, brand new rock star with the $199 welcome pack, as you do when you lose a goal to another company. Like, you need to have this, you need to have the same mental and emotional maturity to not ride that network marketing roller coaster. You guys, I just let everything roll off my back. I have people who quit every single day. I've had people who got refunded on their products. Like, I have people who join and who order products that join the witness protection program and go MIA every month. It happens. And so the importance of mental health is because if you don't have a healthy mental state, then you're not going to be able to make it in this business. You're not going to be able to avoid that roller coaster. You're going to get stuck in that roller coaster, and it is going to ride you all the way to overwhelm and to burnout, which is what you do not want to experience, because we get to do Plexus, right? We don't have to do Plexus. We get to. It is a privilege to share these products and this opportunity. And so overwhelm is the result of failing to have a plan. So think about that. If you have ever felt overwhelmed about your Plexus business, know that is because you have not had a plan for your Plexus business. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And so, do you have a plan for your Plexus business? Like, you might have some goals for your Plexus business, but do you have a plan for how you're going to break it down and achieve those goals? Or, I mean, I hate to use this because, you know, I'm vegan, but are you just running around like a chicken with its head cut off? Like, oh, like, great, go, Jenna, I'm glad you're gold. Yeah, go Team Diamonds in the Making, go Senior Ruby. But you're just running around, but you're not actually working your own business and striving to hit your own goals and crushing them. So I want you to have a plan in your business so that you're going to be able to avoid that overwhelm and that burnout. And so the way that you do that is by getting laser focused on your goals. And the key here is by not comparing journeys. Because if you compare journeys, that is going to sabotage your business, okay? Because if I would have compared journeys, you guys, I didn't do a single thing in my Plexus business for 1.5 years. Nothing. Nothing. And if I would have compared journeys, I wouldn't be here right now, right? And so you're going to see people who go gold in 2 months, who go fast start gold in 30 days, or you'll see people who it takes them 3 years to go gold. But just know that those people who did go gold or rank up really fast, they're going to stall out somewhere else in their journey. Okay, because some people start out really fast because they have a big network, but they might not have great leadership skills, and they're going to stall out before they are able to get to that jewel level. Or some people will get to the jewel level really fast and then not be able to maintain it. Because if you don't have a healthy mental state, how the heck do you think that you can lead 3, 4, 5 thousands of people on a team, right? And so do not compare journeys, because there are so many different people at so many different levels and diamonds in the making and all across Plexus. And just know that wherever you're at is exactly where you're supposed to be. Trust your own divine timing, because you were brought to Plexus at the right time, and you're going to be brought to the ranks at the right time as well. And you get there by changing lives. That's how you get there. You don't get there any other way than by doing the work and by changing lives. That's how your paycheck grows, and that's how your business grows as well. So get laser focused and trust the process, because like I said, everyone is going to stall out in their journey, and that's going to show what they are or aren't made up as leaders. Because some people will have a really fast start to gold, stall out, and then quit. They won't make it past gold. Or some people, they'll stall out, they'll spend a year more at gold, they'll really dig into their personal growth, and they'll catapult to diamond. So which one are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that gives up when it gets hard, or you give in and you look within, you see what you can do and how you can grow personally and see how that's going to build your business? So I wanted to turn it over now to Jess to kind of share her thoughts on the importance of mental health personally and also in your business as well.
Okay, so first of all, thanks for having me on this. I think everybody who knows me knows this is something that is like super personal, so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it. I've kind of like taken a step back these past few to kind of like look at where I am, because I kind of like started like, I don't know, I don't want to say like giving up, but I just got kind of sidetracked, and there's a lot of things that I need to work on within myself before they, like affect my business, because I think it really did. So I guess what I'm trying to like go off of what Sarah said is that you really need to look within, because you can't help anybody else until you help yourself. And I think that's like a lot of what Plexus is obviously helping other people, and unless you are feeling good, like in your heart and in your head, and you have the means to like have that plan and have that follow up, you're not if you don't have it, you're not obviously going to get anywhere. So I definitely think that that's like a really big thing, and that's something that I struggle with a lot, is looking inside myself and projecting that onto other people. Like I'm always like a super giver, like I want to help everyone, but I can't help anyone until I feel good enough, to do that. So that can, when you have that belief in yourself, and you have that belief like in Plexus, and you have that positive outlook on everything, it will do you wonders. And it's so much easier to lose it than it is to maintain it. But if that's something you're focused on, you will maintain it, and you won't have to lose it. So I definitely think that that's like super important. And that's really the biggest thing that I can think of, is you can't help other people unless you help yourself. So you really do have to look within and, find that stable ground, and find that, level head, which I know is really difficult.
I love that, Jess. And that actually leads me right into what I wanted to share next. And I kind of wanted to share too why I feel like it took me a year and a half to really get started in my Plexus business, is because I didn't take my health a priority, and I didn't take myself as a priority. I didn't love myself when I joined Plexus, and I have gone through a complete personal growth transformation on this journey. And so for that first year and a half, I wasn't ready, even personally, to be able to lead others to success. And so that's something that, just like Jess said, you have to look within. And so this is kind of the next part that I want to talk about, which is self-love. Because you guys, your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you will ever have. And so your relationship with yourself will also determine the types of relationships that you have with others. So the relationship that you have with yourself, that's going to reflect in the relationships that you have with others. So those situations that challenge you with others, know that that's something in yourself that you have to look within and work on, right? That's something that's showing you that you can look deeper in and work on. Because in case you guys didn't know, we're in the business of network marketing. We're in the business of relationship marketing. And so if you're not where you want to be in your business, instead of looking outwardly, just know that there is nothing outward that is causing you to be where you are right now. There is no extra things that you could have done, events you could have done. There's nothing like that outwardly that could change where you're at right now in Plexus or in your life. It's within. And so when you look within, I want you to ask yourself, how can I give more love to myself and others? When you ask yourself, I promise that the rest will fall into place. The rest will fall into place. And so your mindset is everything when it comes to self-love. And if you don't have the right mindset, there is no amount of amazing network, influence, brand, anything like that can make you see success in Plexus if you don't have a positive mindset. So you can't have positive self-awareness with a negative mindset. You just can't. So some recommendations that I wanted to give, and I kind of wanted to see if Jess had any thoughts that she wanted to share on self-love and how you can work on that. But for me, what kind of started it for me, really diving into more of it and into looking within, was The Secret. I know you guys have heard me talk a lot about it. I swear by that documentary. It's on Netflix. Get a 30-day free trial if you don't have Netflix, and then cancel it after you watch The Secret. And I'm Not Your Guru. If you've already watched The Secret, please, tonight, this week, whenever you can, take the time to watch I Am Not Your Guru. That will blow your mind as well. It's by Tony Robbins. Amazing. Watch those two documentaries and look more into the law of attraction and see how maybe you might be, with your mindset, sabotaging yourself and your business and your success. Because personal growth, when you pour into personal growth and you pour into self-love, you guys heard it if you were there at last night's event, and if you didn't, oh my God, I hope that she shares with us soon. I know she will. Chelsea shared about how on her Plexus journey, she has come to a place now of confidence and self-love that she never had before. And that's what this is about. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this in self-care. But the relationship that you have, like I said, that you have with yourself, like I said, it's going to determine every other relationship that you have. So if you don't love yourself, then you're not going to be able to attract the customers and the team members that you want. Point blank and simple, you're not going to be able to. So start with the relationship you have with yourself. Learn to love yourself. Be gentle with yourself and trust the process, because that is key. I did not get from zero to diamond in 3 years. It's taken me 3 years to get to Ruby. And for some people, they would have cut it quits to get halfway up in the comp plan in 3 years. But I can tell you guys, every single minute has been worth it to get to where I am. And I've learned so much about myself and others on this journey. And so you guys are going to go through the same personal growth journey on your business. If you stay consistent, you don't give up. If you fall off the wagon, you're going to fall into those negative mindsets and that negative self-talk again, and you're going to see those things start to play out in your life again. I've seen it take place in my own business in the summer. When I got into a negative self-talk, I wasn't signing up ambassadors. I wasn't signing up team members. This month, I had positive self-talk. I've done nothing different. I haven't been doing anything crazy, but magic has been happening in the universe, and God has literally been bringing people to me. And that's what will happen when you shift your mindset into a vibration of love for yourself and for others, because you can't love others until you first love yourself. So I want to turn over to Jess and see if she has anything to share on self-love as well.
Absolutely. So this is like just what I was saying earlier, so important, you know, with your business. And I'm like poster child because it's happening to me right now. Like it's been happening to me, and it's something I've always struggled with. Just to get like really real for a second, when I was 19, I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and one of the symptoms, or whatever you want to call it, for this is a struggle to maintain like healthy relationships with anyone, whether it's like friends, whether it's with family. So it's really, really, really difficult for me. And I love people. I'm such a people person, but you know, I didn't, and I'm still struggling to like take control of like my health and, you know, look at myself and be like, well, you know, I need to figure this out, or this is what I need to do. So, and this is really reflected on my business. When I first started Plexus, like I was just feeling really good. Like it was just one of those things where I was just like, you know, for a while I felt so strong in it. And then these past few, I've just kind of been, like kind of here, kind of there, you know, but I'm trying. So I think one thing that we can all do is to like, at least has helped for me, like you need to find something like positive in yourself, like every day, like whether you need to like write down affirmations like in your planner, or like write things down like on your mirror, just like nice stuff that's going to be like, okay, today's going to be okay. Because in the end, like it's really all about like how you feel, and that is going to show like in your business. Like if you aren't feeling so good, you're probably not going to, you know, draw in that, you know, the same type of people. And that's the type of people that are in this business. Like that's the type of people that, you know, that's everyone. I've never met somebody in Plexus that's like negative. True. That, you know, is like talking about, you know, like stuff that's like not happy and like not exciting and like not confident. So that's definitely, you really have to like look inside yourself. And if relationships, like me, if that's something that you struggle with, like, you know, you can find that within and you can make it work. Cause it's hard. Like I still have like those days where I can't like talk to people. And when I do, it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it, but you know, as long as you recognize that and you are trying to like fix it, like it'll show in your business, and you'll be able to like talk to those people and it won't be so hard.
Yes, I love that, Jess. I love that. And I can relate to that on so many levels. I'm the same way. Like I just have some of those days where like right now, the end of the month and my messages is just blown up and I love it. But at the same time, especially if you're an introvert, that's a lot of energies coming at you all the time. And I get my energy from being alone and being by myself and not talking to anyone. And if you're an introvert, you can relate to that. And so this is the part where it's going to be able to tie in with what you can do to be able to kind of put this all together and have some self-care that's going to make a big difference in your business. Because what Jess was kind of talking about, and this was something I wrote down that I thought about when she was sharing. Sorry, I have a team member that's actually FaceTiming me currently at the moment, so it popped up on my notes. But I wrote down, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So remember that. You might want to attract amazing influencers and positive people and, you know, all of this healthy living. You might want to attract these kinds of people, but are you that kind of person? You're going to attract to your business what you are. So whatever you've seen in your business, know that you've attracted more of yourself to it. And the only way that you attract more quality people is by becoming a more quality person, by growing more as a person. And when you do that, you're going to be amazed. The people that are manifested and attracted to you into your life, you're going to be blown away. We're going to be doing a lot of book studies on leadership development. But if you guys have ever read, I think it's the 5 Levels of Leadership, It's by John Maxwell, and basically what it talks about is if you're a level 1 or 2 leader, you can never attract a level 5 leader. There's a leadership lid. And so if you've reached your leadership lid wherever you're at, just know that maybe you're attracting a certain level of leader because you've reached that cap. You have to grow as a leader before you can attract better leaders. You guys, 2016 was that for me. I have been now a Ruby ambassador for I think going on 14 months, and I have learned the most that I ever have on my journey in this past 14 months and have grown the most as a leader, and I'm now ready to become that dual ambassador. So self-care. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about self-care. I know Jess will have some great tips on this as well. But one thing I want to say, because like I said in the beginning, is overwhelm is the result of failing to have a plan. So let's plan ahead so that we're not having that overwhelm and burnout. Because if you get tired, learn to rest, not quit. Okay? There's one thing that I have never done in my journey, and that's why I am where I am today and why I'm going to get to Diamond, and that's I've never, ever, ever, ever given up. I've never given up. And I will never give up, no matter what back office Mageddon, no matter what changes take place, no matter who leaves to another company, I will never give up. And that's the only reason why I'm going to continue to go forward. And are you going to do that as well? Are you never, ever, ever going to give up? Even when you have people who quit, you have people who bash you, you have people who join your team and then start talking crap about you. You're going to have all of that. You're going to have obstacles, and there's going to be tough things on this journey. There just is. There's going to be hard work, but the reward that's at the end is so worth it. And so if you get tired, learn to rest, not quit, because if you do that, you will make it to Diamond, because so many people, the majority of them, will quit. The majority will quit because it's not hard to become a Diamond, right? Anyone can do it. It's just most people quit before they actually get there. Most people aren't consistent and stay with one thing before they reach their goal. So learn to take the time that you need to rest, because days to unplug is important and is crucial. It's needed. And so, of course, I probably wouldn't plan a day to unplug on like the 28th of February or the 31st of March. Like, let's just like think smart here. Like, probably wouldn't do it on like the first of the month either. Like, you really want to think smart. Like, probably plan it in like the middle of the month. But you got to think too, because if you're planning ahead, you're planning for those days that you're unplugging so that you don't lose your ish and just have to unplug for a weekend because you're about to lose your mind. So plan for those days that you're going to unplug, the nights that you're going to unplug. I have self-care Monday, every Monday. I don't take calls. A lot of the times I don't really do a lot of messages unless you guys know my voice messages. I don't really do a lot of stuff unless it's for me personally, my personal business, or my personal like business in the future growth. Because Plexus isn't the end all be all. What you're learning here is going to set you up for any entrepreneurial venture that you ever want to do in the future. So you can work this part-time, but not sometimes. So that's where coming up with a game plan is going to be key, because I work this business, you guys, I work this business on the toilet. I work this business, like literally, like I literally am sending voice messages, signing up people and making welcome graphics, going to the bathroom. Like, you cannot tell me that you cannot work your Plexus business. It's all about the nooks and crannies. It really is. So you can work it part-time. If that's the only time that you have, how many times a day you go to the bathroom? Great. That's a lot of time that you've got to reach out to potentials, and that's going to build your business. So figure out what it's going to be for you. Some people, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're like me and you have time to do this full-time. You might have a little bit more leeway. Or maybe you're a college student and you only have 15, 30 minutes a day. Find what you have and plan it out. And plan out what you're going to do, when you're going to do your follow-ups, when you're going to do your reach-outs, when you're going to do your personal growth, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't. So you have to fill your cup first before you can ever pour into any team members or any potentials, anything like that. You can't give what you don't have, right? You can't give love that you don't have in you. So indulge in self-care activities that feel good to you, because for everybody, that's going to be different. Some people like really luxurious self-care type things. Some people like spending that kind of money like makes them crawl and they'd rather just go for a run. Like, indulge in whatever kind of self-care is helpful for you. Maybe take a weekend vacation, have a bubble bath, get you a Lush bath bomb. Like, that's personally my favorite, with a face mask. Do what you have to do. Go to the beach. I mean, whatever is going to work best for you, find what works. A spa day, get your nails done. But indulge in self-care that feels good to you, and don't feel bad about it for a second, because like I said, if you don't pour into yourself, you cannot give to others. How the heck can you invest in your team if you're not invested in yourself, right? We got to start there. I know I have some people, I see them trying to work the business and they haven't even got products since last time they ordered their welcome pack. You gotta be on the products and in alignment yourself first before you ever help anybody else get started on their products, right? So that's what I have to share. And I want to see if Jess has anything else that she has, maybe some tips on what works for her with self-care. And then we'll end it off tonight.
So I totally agree with, like, you know, finding that one thing outside of the business that works for you. I mean, one thing that really, like, I wanted to say was get a planner. If you don't already have one, get a planner, you know, something that you can carry around with you, or like put on your desk at work or what have you, and write down everything. I mean, I'm like super ADHD. I'm late to everything. I can't keep track of anything, but I have like I have like a calendar at work. I have 2 different planners. I keep stuff on my phone. Like, if you need to do that to plan, you know, when you're going to talk to somebody about Plexus, or even like Sarah, she said on Mondays, you know, she does her self-care, like to come back within yourself. Plan that out and write when you're going to do it, because I can't even tell you how helpful it has been for me. And granted, I'm not going to give myself a lot of credit here, but I am like trying to get it back together. But I know that when I stopped all of this and I stopped, you know, following these tips that I'm giving you guys, I mean, it's been really difficult to like get back on my grind. Like, if I fall off a little bit, I fall off like a lot. And it's not good. It's not. But if you like maintain that, and you just make it a point to like maintain that and follow your plan and follow the steps and have a day for everything, you know, and a day for yourself, just one day, you know, get outside, go to the park, you know, get some like fresh air or what have you. Just do whatever works for you, and it makes a world of a difference. And that's not even with the business, like that's with everything, you guys. Like, if you don't do stuff for yourself, I mean, it's literally like it can bring you down really bad, and it can be like a not so fun spiral. Like, I have struggled a lot with like manic depression, which isn't like as crazy as like it sounds. Like, basic, like I just have like days where I'm like super like I'm just like high on top of the world, and I have days where I'm just like can't even get out of bed. But routine is everything. Having that plan and having, you know, the day set aside helps you not get overwhelmed, and it helps you really keep track of everything, and that will pay off in your business as well as like, you know, your life. So it all works. It goes hand in hand, and it's very important.
I love that. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me for tonight's call, Jess. I seriously appreciate it so much. And I'm so blessed to have you on our team. You're seriously so amazing, girl. And like, to be a young mom and doing what you're doing, seriously, you got to give yourself more credit, because you are doing the damn thing. So I just wanted to say that I am just so proud of all of you guys. You guys are killing it for the month of February. Like I said, we're ending out the month with a bang, like I knew that we would. But I'm really excited for what's to come in March and in April. I know that we have a crap ton of silvers that are coming. We have a ton of golds that are coming, and even more golds and senior golds on in April. And so I just want you guys to stay consistent. And because if you do that, like I said, you can work it part-time, but not sometimes. So if you stay consistent, you just put in a little bit every day. Don't put in 3 hours one day a week. Okay, put in a little bit, show up a little bit every single day, and I promise you, a year from now, you're going to be so amazed at where your business was. 2 years ago, we had less than 10 team members on our team. A year ago, we had like 240 something. Today, we have 450. Okay, so imagine where you could be, where you and your team could be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, if you don't give up. if you decide today that you're going to draw your line in the sand, and from this moment forward, you're going to show up every single day and you're not going to give up. So I love you guys. I hope that you guys have had an awesome September and an awesome month. And I know that we're going to have incredible things to come in March. So I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, but we're going to take a picture really quick.